Okay, guys. So I can see I really want to comment on the politics in this province of Ontario because I think what's happening is they're rolling back the minimum wage, which really is a poverty reduction, like poverty addresses poverty and living wages. And you know how I know it's COMMGiving, right? And I'm gonna talk about what happened to the padlock on your SSL website. What am I gonna do? I guess I'll cut off mid project. Anyways, um, what happened to the padlock on your website? You know, the EU now is so strict on like website security and user privacy. And I finally just fixed the padlock on my website. And what happened? I was linking, I instead of like downloading a picture and then hosting it on my service plan, I was linking to the image source off of someone else's server. And what happens when you do that is like they might not have an SSL, like their SSL and your SSL, whatever, doesn't match. So if you're going to use someone else's graphic because you're linking to their website, you might want to check if you're downloading it and hosting those images yourself on your own service plan because their image might not be on an SSL server. So what the browser sees is a mixture of SSL from your web server and non-SSL from someone else's web server when you pull up, those images using an image source HTML tag code line. So that's what happens. And regarding the EU, so now everybody's checking how heavy their site is with, in terms of cookies. I have about 6 cookies on my website, and you look at them, it's all like Google and YouTube and stuff because I link to a lot of YouTube and Google stuff. But I see some websites, otherwise perfectly great content, slow as heck. They got like 40 cookies. Why do you need 40 cookies? So obviously, every ad is loading their own cookie. I kid you not. It's slow because you should really check and not just in a perfect environment. Every ad you run is loading their own cookie. It's like 40 cookies on your website. It's crazy. Otherwise, content's perfectly fine. But when I scroll down the page with my screen, which is a different resolution from yours, it I'm halfway and then it reloads and it puts me back up, or sometimes there's a pause and so the experience is very very jarring. So I would look into that. Advertisers, those ads putting cookies on your site. Maybe that's one. There's other things. I only got 6 cookies. When you look at them, you recognize all the domains. People feel trusted. People feel safe. But now I'm noticing a lot of padlocks out there getting broken with like exclamation marks and stuff. If you run a website, you know what I'm talking about. Should I talk about Ontario government? Maybe on the next video. Not for COMMGiving though. Okay, I'll just do it right now. Right here. I don't care. They should separate fair workplaces and safe workplaces with extreme poverty and living wages. Should be 2 separate bills. Because the problem with welfare is that it's a very rigid top up. They get a fixed amount, but rent fluctuates up and down, especially in Toronto, the most expensive city to live. Right? Say you make $14 an hour and they top you up, right? To like, statistically $21. But rent fluctuates up and down. Rent and gas, emergencies, everything fluctuates up and down. So it has to do with poverty. And, until their kids, finish school and can support themselves. Those that rigid top up, and then in between there, the rent. You can imagine the rent prices going up and down, or emergencies and stuff going up and down, food prices, and then what's happening in workplaces. Fair, it's a totally different issue. We're talking about like maybe paid sick days, pension plans, harassment. Totally different issue from extreme poverty. They ought to separate those two issues, have two separate bills. I'll see you guys later. Just because I'm funny, don't mean I'm dumb. Bye.